Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tarot of the Day. This beautiful Tuesday after Labor Day, when the trees have changed color to be gold and kids are back in school. So let's see what our cards have for us today. She keeps showing up. That's kind of the theme of the whole entire month, I think. So, our Earth's table, our Earth house, which is all about your all about your household, the things that nurture you. Think mom, think Mother Earth when you think Earth. We have the Seven of Cups. So I'm thinking that this has to do with either purchasing a home or changing your careers. The Seven of Cups relates to having so many options and not knowing which to choose. And it's also a reminder to us starkly that if we don't make a decision, that's also a decision. The universe is a very tricky individual. It likes to play games. And sometimes it lets us sit there and make our decision, knowing that what decision we're going to make before we make the decision. And then when we don't make the decision, it makes the decision for us. I know that's kind of a tongue twister and a mental thing. If you have to rewind that, I totally understand. So the overall arching message with that is that make a decision. If you don't, the decision will be forced on you. And nobody likes forced decisions because it changes everything that you really want. Because the reason you're not making that decision is because deep down inside, you cannot make that decision. That's a lot of decisions. Ultimately, with your work and with purchasing a home or staying in your home or re-renovating or family decisions, sit down, weigh it out, make a decision, or the decision's going to be made. And that's all I'm going to say about decision. I promise I won't say that word again. Right. In the air suit, we have the inverted Three of Cups. Three of Cups is emotion, intuition, three individuals coming together. Now, this is in the air suit. Air is about conflict, discipline, communication. And this is inverted. Having the inverted Three of Cups is telling me that there's conflict within that, especially in the air suit or in the air house. There's a lot of conflict in your friendship circles right now. A lot of people aren't getting to get along. There's a lot of backbiting and bickering. And that actually does somewhat pertain to the monthly reading too that I gave a couple days ago. It's time to start building those gaps, and it's really hard, especially in our social situation right now when COVID is over and we're not really we're rebuilding our social system, who we hang out with, and reintegrating into our friendship circles, and then we're emerging from our holes just to go back into our holes. And there's a lot of emotions and a lot of things running deep. There's going to be a lot of conflict. Try and find the common grounds and weigh out the things that brought you together. If those things align with your higher purpose, then go with them. If they don't, it's always okay to tell people to go away, but in a polite way. It's always okay to part company. Sometimes people are in our lives for a brief season, and that's to enrich our lives. And sometimes they are in our lives to teach us valuable lessons. The funny thing about it is that as our souls kind of float around the universe, you're going to meet back up with them, maybe in this life, maybe the next. So it's okay to tell people to go away. But it's also imperative for you to build the relationships and repair the ones that are damaged just because of stupidity. Always good to look inward to find out if you're being dumb, and come forward with a little bit of a peace offering. We have this card popping up again. This card is going to be, I think, the card for the month that's going to always come back. It's in our fire suit, which is our passions, inverted star. We are passionately trying to find that moment of oneness with the universe. We are kind of a little bit detached as a whole. And this one, I can't really give you advice. It's up to you to rediscover and reinvest in yourself, I guess. Love yourself. Be passionately in love with yourself. So there was a psychologist who once said, take care of yourself as if you were a child. And what they mean by that is don't spank yourself, although that would be entertaining for everyone around you. But it's more along the lines of make sure you're fed, make sure you're clothed, make sure you have everything that you require. And that also pertains on a spiritual level. And the star card is very much a spiritual level. You are not getting fed by your current surrounding environment spiritually. You are starving yourself out spiritually, which is exactly the same as not feeding or watering yourselves. So take some time, love yourselves, go back into your ritual. That'll also help over here with your friendship circles, which community seems to be the key here. And that also may actually have to pertain with this, making the decisions within your home, your household. The Greek term oikos, meaning your direct sphere of influence. In the water suit, we have the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups inverted nonetheless. So with the Five of Cups, it's when we have some events that have occurred that are causing us lots of upset, and it feels like we have nowhere to turn to. And there's two cups sitting there that we can grab onto and move forward with. We just don't want to do that because we really wanted those three cups that are knocked over. It's the don't cry over spilt milk card. So that is in our emotions and in our intuition. So as we go through this, as you make these decisions, start culling your friendship circle and cultivating the ones that are great and start feeding into yourself, there's going to be a lot of emotions come up. Expect an introspective day. A lot of, hard things to work with. Yeah, head card, the Empress upside down, the heart card, Nine of Swords. Okay. The Empress is actually the guardian of all things pentacle energy. The pentacle energy coming off of the Empress is telling us, or it kind of is the nurturing, feeding, growing. It's mom. As I said earlier, this is the mom card for the mom, right? It being inverted, on the other hand, is one of those things where it's we need to start nurturing ourselves again. Also in alignment with that. It's really easy for us to get caught up with everyone else's bullshit, but there's times for us to go in and figure our own stuff out. And that time is now. As this day progresses and as this week progresses and we start dealing with our friendship circle, apologizing to those who need it and kind of telling those who need it that we should part ways to part ways as which is these kind of a cross between these two, and we make those decisions and we start loving ourselves passionately and realizing that we are more valuable than the things that we've lost. This card will pop up. Things that keep us up at night with the Nine of Swords, the nightmares, the I should have listened to this person, I should have done that. Don't allow yourself to fall into that trap. But a very introspective day, and I think that's going to go through the week. And this month, we're seeing a lot of community-based stuff and seeking out our families and communities. So, yeah, a lot on the reading today, but sometimes a lot is good. I'm the Ravenwood Healer. This is your daily tarot reading for today. Like, share, subscribe. Share this with your friends. If you are interested in learning tarot, I've been asked to put together a course. Shoot me a message. My email's in the description. And I would happily love to teach you how to do tarot. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.